Hi again, YouTube. We are coming back with more live exclusive YouTube content. Again, follow us at Take It Easy podcast on Instagram, Comical Sports Memes on Instagram. I think it's better to do the Comical Sports one since our YouTube channel is titled Comical Sports. Go check us out there. I'm sure a lot of you came from that place in the first place. So a lot of times we talk about college sports, we talk about college basketball, we talk about the college football playoff usually, and those are big time sports. Football and basketball reign supreme, but I love talking about college sports specifically for the fact that while I see the injustices within the sport, and while I see the issues that progress and that they have to deal with as they go forward, March Madness brings me the ultimate joy that keeps bringing me back year after year. And it's fascinating because as March Madness continues, as we inch closer to March Madness, we are officially 4 weeks out from March Madness as of Sunday. I want to talk about kind of the idea of March Madness and what brings us back to March Madness. And I think it's one, the idea of the single loss tournament. Two, it's the idea of the indoctrination of basketball. And three, it's the idea of madness, March Madness idea. The first thing we talked about there is the idea of, wait, what did I say the first thing was? The second thing I said was the idea of indoctrination of content, or the indoctrination of basketball. I'm indoctrinating you with content. College basketball indoctrinates us with their content, which is college basketball. On days of the tournament, you're looking at 16 games all at once, and you're looking at, first game starts at 9:30 in the morning. Especially, this is on the West Coast. 9:30 in the morning, you can get your college basketball. 11 o'clock in the afternoon, you can get your college basketball. The next game is at 11:30 and a game at 11:40. So you have potentially 4 games simultaneously going on at once. One game ends, you have 3. Immediately followed, you're back to 4. Then you're back to 3 games. Then you're down to 2. Then you're down to 1, and then 0. So you get these progressive amounts of games, 8 of them in about a few hour block, and each game matters that much because something crazy could happen in any game. They're all amazing, even when it's a mid-major. Even when it's a mid-major, keeping it close, you have to watch that, but at the same time, an 8 is playing a 9, and that game is going down to the wire, and at the same time that's happening, you have a 12 seed trying to push against a 5 seed, while also your favorite team is playing at the same time. So trying to follow all that is what keeps bringing us back to March Madness. It's an amazing thrill ride. And then you get 8 more games the next day, and then you get, or 8 more games later in the afternoon in like the prime time window. Then you get 8 more the next morning and 8 more the next afternoon. It's the indoctrination of basketball that keeps bringing us back to March Madness. And that is a huge part of what makes it so much fun. It's why my 2 favorite holidays are the Thursday and Friday of March Madness. I have unconventional holidays at this point, which is pretty cool. And the next part that keeps bringing us in is the kind of madness, is that things that you expected to happen don't go the way you expect them. And I think that's why you look at the best playoff formats. Baseball has the best playoff. Hockey is a close second. NFL, NBA. Why is that the way it is, especially in my opinion? And a lot of people find it the same way. Baseball, wildly unpredictable. Hockey, even more wildly unpredictable. It just happens to be I don't follow hockey as closely, which makes a big difference come playoff time. Ooh, that was a good back crack. From hockey, you go NFL. NFL single elimination style. Anything can happen on any given game. NBA, the fourth one, is because it's so impactful. The results are the way they are, but it's so impactful on the outcome of the season that we're drawn into the NBA playoffs so religiously as compared to the other ones. But the other ones are huge. This is not an indictment of the NBA in any way. The other ones are so huge because there is a total randomness to it. And March Madness is literally unpredictable. Most people cannot predict what's going to happen in March Madness. And the only people who do, it's by absolute pure luck. Those are the only people that get that far in March Madness bracket pools. It's absolute luck. I watched so much college basketball. Last year I finished dead last in my bracket pool. This year I watched less college basketball, but obviously once it gets to Champ Week, I am indoctrinated with college basketball. And it's fascinating to watch as it progresses. College basketball finds itself in a position where all the games progress throughout the night. As the games progress down into the final weeks of the college basketball season, we're going to get back into the spirit of March Madness. Despite everything that's gone wrong with shamateurism this year, despite everything that consistently goes wrong with shamateurism, we are super indoctrinated with college basketball for those 3 reasons, 2 of which I could only explain. I forgot what the first thing I said was. Obviously, we are very well prepared on this YouTube channel. Yeah.